One thing you can probably say, the most successful art is drawn from some kind of emotional state of some sort, usually the more extreme, like the sadness and the anger or confusion, things like that.
I hear a lot of people say things like, oh, like you're an artist, like, oh, you're going to art school, like, oh, I'll have an extra large fries with that. You know, things like that where you can't be taken seriously as an artist.
I don't think, like, art can come from happiness and great things and good things, but I think a lot of times it is kind of that sadness or the traumas of life that bring out some of the best art.
You know, being a homosexual and having seasonal affective disorder, the darkness and the, you know, really strong feelings that came with that depression whenever winter comes. It's debilitating sometimes, but then, you know, being able to write those feelings, as silly as that sounds, is really a cathartic thing. You know, it's like I can channel these into something really, really, something that I'll look back on and be really proud of, you know, like.
I have definitely felt my strongest pieces have come from times where I was in an emotional situation that I didn't know how to express. Oftentimes, situations where there were things I wanted to say to people, but I just didn't know how to say it. And it came out best through my artwork. It was like when my parents were divorced, I wrote a short story about how it actually happened. And, you know, with things like falling out with friends, it's something that, you know, you want to say something to that person, but you just don't know how to. And I think it helps me in a way. It doesn't solve the problem, but it definitely helps me on my emotional level because I get it out of my system. And once it's on paper, then it's done.
Burlington is definitely a really artistic place, and I remember when I was visiting schools, I got a very clear sense of the kind of place Burlington is. You know, just from things like graffiti on the brick walls or, you know, like what kind of events were going on. It was very clear that it was an artistic place.
People in Burlington are going to submit, I'm collecting their secrets of things they've always wanted to say to people but never have, and I turn them into postcards, and the pictures are my photography, and I get a lot of secrets from people, and a lot of them are usually things like of regret. I've gotten a couple like happy ones, and they're nice, they're encouraging, always being like, just know that you're beautiful, you have a great day. But then I'll get ones like, you know, I never should have treated you like that. Like, I hope you know that I did love you, those kind of things. And the amount of secrets that people have, they're all fairly similar. They speak the same kind of tune.